Good morning, fight fans, on what is a very, very sunny Sunday morning here in the Midlands. This is AC Cooper from Eastwood Boxing UK. As always, Eastwood Boxing UK is in association with threekingsboxing.com. Firstly, guys, I wanted to start by thanking you all. This channel is still very new, but the viewership is certainly going up, so thank you to everybody that's making that happen. I'll leave a subscription link at the top left of the page, so if you do like my stuff, please feel free to click the button and subscribe. But right, let's talk some boxing. So you might have seen from some of my articles on threekingsboxing.com or on my previous show that I did on this channel last week that I said that the fight between Rungvisai and Estrada could be the fight of the year. And while some of the action this month has flattered to deceive, and it has, this most certainly did not. And it went further to enhancing my belief that the 115-pound division is one of, if not the best in the sport right now. It was an incredibly close fight. Really, really close. But Sirius Rungvisai was able to retain his WBC super flyweight title over Juan Francisco Estrada. So the judges returned a score of 114-114 and 115-113, and then a really strange sort of Adelaide Bird type wide 117-111. Not sure what she was drinking or he was drinking, but fuck it, that's what happened. In the opening rounds, Estrada seemed quite reluctant to exchange and seemed wary of the power that Rungvisai possessed. For me, this reluctance to engage actually won Rungvisai sort of the three of the first four rounds. My personal take. What I actually liked is that when Rungvisai did use his jab, because he doesn't really, he was very sneaky with it, and then he followed it up with some really nice overhand and some straight lefts. But Estrada mixed in with some really nice straight rights of his own. What I found interesting is in one of the rounds, Estrada went back to his corner and he spoke about the power of Rungvisai, but at that point he hadn't actually been caught clean. Such is the strength that the champion possesses. By the middle rounds, I think that Estrada was starting to get a little discouraged, and Rungvisai was certainly starting to take control of the fight. And he took some really, really accurate straight lefts at the end of the seventh, and I think his corner must have given him a serious bollocking. Because in the second half of the fight, Estrada came on really, really strong. Now, Estrada's a better boxer of the two. Let me make that very, very clear. He is the better technician. And he started to show it down the stretch. He started to ram the left hook over the top of Rungvisai's jab, and it was working really, really well until some really crisp, sharp left hands in the 10th seemed to slow him down. The 12th round was one of the best rounds I've seen in ages. Both guys left absolutely nothing to chance, and they just threw bombs. They just threw bombs for 3 solid minutes. In fact, we saw close to 200, 187 to be exact, power punches thrown. Great fight. So my personal take on this is that Estrada needed to take more risks early. And if I think that he could have potentially won the fight had he done that. I also think that he's got a really, really big over-reliance on the 1-2 and hook, and it almost became easy to telegraph. But in the second half of the fight, he showed for me why he is one of the most underrated and probably the best Mexican boxer in the world today. For Rungvisai, I learned that he's far more than an awkward tank of a southpaw. His counter-punching was beautiful. It really, really was. But other than that, he showed me that he's actually got a very good understanding of range. He's got a really, really good understanding of how to pace a fight. And his timing is actually really, really fucking good. And I actually think that he's got far better ring IQ than I ever gave him credit for. And whilst he'll never be a master technician, he showed me, and I hope for all of you that saw the fight last night, I hope he showed all of you that following 2 wins against Gonzalez, and now this fight against Estrada, that he belongs in anybody's, and I mean anybody's, pound for pound top 10. Guys, if you don't follow any division sort of sub 126, you need to, because there are some fantastic fighters in this division. It'll open your mind a little bit, and it'll certainly bring a lot of these guys, guys like Naoya Inoue, and certainly guys like Rungvisai, into your top 10. Trust me on this. Given his achievements actually with a double win over Gonzalez, who was pound for pound number 1, and then beating Estrada, he's actually probably just about sneaks into my top 5. Personally, I had the fight draw. I gave Rungvisai 5 of the opening 7, and then Estrada 4 of the last 5. But other than the 117, 111, as I've said, I don't think you could be unhappy if the judges awarded a 7-5 for either guy. What's certain is that I really, really want to see this fight again. HBO have done fantastic fantastic job in marketing this particular weight division, and Tom Loeffler has come out and said that we could see a Superfly 3 in the autumn or the fall, depending on where you're from. So I hope to see a rematch. HBO need this because right now Showtime are kicking their ass. So it's great that HBO have got this piece, and on the back of this, there is no reason why a Superfly 3 should not be made. I do have one small moan, and it's not about the fight. Being a British boxing fan, it's the fact that UK TV didn't pick up this card. You might have seen my stuff on Twitter. I repeatedly, over the course of the week, rammed Sky Sports Boxing and rammed Box Nation as to why they weren't picking this fight up. For me, it's pretty dumb, especially from Matchroom and Sky Sports' position, given that they have the WBA Super Flyweight Champion Kalya fight in their stable. This could be a potential fight. Certainly a unification. I'm not sure on the basis of what you saw last night, whether your fight's going to want the fight. And if I'm Kalya fight, I'd have a big brown stain forming in my trousers at the very prospect of either Rungvisai or Estrada coming to collect that belt, because both men that contested last night's bout they're in a different class. Right, guys, that's all from me. So thank you for listening. As I said at the start of the video, if you like my stuff, please click and subscribe to the link. Between myself and my regular panel of guests that I have from under the movement umbrella, like EJ2K Williams, like Willie the Kid from Eastwood Boxing, and Chris Henderson from Four Corners Boxing Talk, these guys will bring technical knowledge and break down a fight better than 99% of what you will see online. And believe me, this isn't some bullshit that I'm trying to feed you. That's a promise, and the only way to find out is to listen. Guys, have a great Sunday. Until next time.